Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, and I'm here back in Dr. Mobius's lab, next to my brain. He's alive again. I loaded an old game. I am gonna take his glove. There we go. Rick Clark mentioned that you can get through this without killing him, and I want to do that. I completely forgot that you could exit dialogue without choosing an option, so I don't have to choose the option to go hostile with him in the dialogue. So I came back here to go through the dialogue, and actually...
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain and I are getting along fine. Actually, when I went through his dialogue the second time, I don't remember what dialogue path I went down, but now I don't. Well, now I do have the option of killing him, but I have the option of just leaving without going hostile. All right. Anyway, we're not gonna kill him. Can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
Thank you. I am gonna steal his mentats. I kind of already raided his mentat stash. Do you know how I can stop the think tank?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Really? I gotta check the floor? What was the plan you had? Tell me. You can remember. Try hard.
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
Any suggestions for how to make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery. Love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones.
Well, I think I accomplished all that already.
The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear. It certainly worked for me. For a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Scare them? How?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Don't slam teacher's aides. Okay.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Okay. Well, I'll try to find a peaceful solution. I think the only one that I wasn't able to help out, and I kind of hacked him, was Dr. O. Man, I gotta check all these floors now for anything he might have written down. Well, I ran around the facility again. Checked the floors for any secret notes or anything that might help out. Didn't find anything. Ow. Alright, let's get out of here. Head back to the think tank. I think we'll be completing this main quest here pretty soon. But we still have a lot of Big Mountain to explore. A lot. And I think we can find more about Father Elijah and where he went. What he was up to. First, let's head to the jukebox. We got another
What's the haps?
tape to turn in. Let's see, I found a soundwave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and
Robo-Scorpion. Let's recalibrate.
right on.
Let's see what it sounds like. It's a pretty subtle difference, these soundwave files. Alright, did I find any other tapes to turn in? Autodoc upgrade. Oh yeah, I got the implants.
Soon the day will be at hand. I will ride forth at the head of my armies, and we will crush our foes and hear the weeping of their small appliances.
The toaster is raging again. Implant M5 is now available. Y3 is now available. Y7 is now available.
You require some additional services?
I want implants.
And rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Thank you. We can do a lot. Get a haircut, swap body parts, install implants. Now, can I get all of them? Oh, hang on, do nothing. I want to save my game, make sure.
Require some additional
I'm pretty sure I can get all of them, but I think it would tell me otherwise. Implant M5, increase speed while crouched. I like that. 10,000. Increased sneak speed.
Require some additional services?
Yep. Install implant Y3, drinking radiation removed. Okay. I guess we can drink from any toilets, not toilets, sinks more safely.
You require some additional
And bodies of water. Alright, third implant Y7, bonus HP AP from food. Hang on, I gotta know how much of a bonus. HP from food. Pork and beans. HP plus 3 for 5 seconds.
You require some additional...
Probably not a big change, I would think. Alright, it's the same, so if it does give me a bonus, it doesn't show up here. Or maybe it's prepared meals. I'm not sure. In any case.
The fish scalpel.
Yeah, you can take a nap. Anything else? Barter skill book. No. K9000 Fido. I think I have that installed already.
Might I be of service, sir?
Let's do a little shopping. I have a bunch of these layers. Dr. Mobius's glove. And we got Dr. Mobius's scrubs, which give me +1 charisma. Alright. Think tank. I'm gonna do a hard save. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. I'm ready. Let's do it. Oh, we got red lights. Ominous. Hello, Dr. Klein. What's up?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues!
Oh no.
Alert!
I thought it was just a threat.
Firing cranial beams.
Ah.
It scratched my tank.
Oh god. Doctor, oh no.
The power of science.
Well. Let me reload my game there. Choose some different dialogue options. I wouldn't mind killing them, but you know, if I can solve this peacefully, that might be better.
The lobotomite.
Alright. I think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein. I found my brain. Now you and I are gonna settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
There's a speech check. You think I'm the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius. That would be interesting. Let's see. Maybe you should confer with your colleagues. Yeah, I helped out all of them. I think they'll side with me. I can't let you dissect the Mojave or let you leave. Let's, have him confer with his colleagues.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dollar?
She's got the hots for me.
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dollar, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself.
Whoa.
Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
There you go.
A slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And you know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brain-gill beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary.
This guy.
It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
The one I hacked. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to.
What's wrong with you? You sound brain scrubbed, blindly agreeing with the lobotomite. What?
I, for one, cannot bear to let this continue. I don't see what is to be gained by throwing another body into our labs, especially one that has done us a service, gone where we feared to go. This lobotomite doesn't deserve our knives. It deserves our respect. We should care for it, feed it, nurture it, give it the life Gabe never had.
Well, I'm not your pet.
Why am I even listening to you fools?
I want to get out of here.
Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense. I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Sounds like your math is wrong and the odds aren't good. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
You're not going to slap me down with your penis hand. It's not a democracy, it's a research facility. And over half your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
I do. Here's the deal. I'm not going to surrender. You are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
The Mojave's not your playground, buddy. I can bring the Mojave, this world, to you. You'll be safe, and you'll still be able to experiment. What would I bring to him? You can still do that, here, quietly, for me.
For you? And for science, I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Could you turn down your volume control? Alright, we did it. Talked him out of it. Kept everyone alive. Let's have a chat with him one last time. Dr. Klein.
Thank you for what you have done. The helping, that is. We like that. I feel an odd emotion. Platitude? Attitude? No.
Try again.
Gratitude.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it? Alright, I guess the last thing to do is leave the think tank. Well, we kept everyone alive. There's a little trophy here. Anyone else have anything to say? Oh, sorry. Calm down. I don't plan on hacking your voice module this time. Sorry about that earlier. I wanted to ask you some blah 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 questions. Let's see. I got the emitter fully upgraded. I'm happy too. Can't let this thing gather dust. Are you okay? You look really happy. You should be proud. It's a nice device. Oh, did he design the sonic emitter? $100 energy cells. Oh, hey, thanks. Don't want it to run out. You're right. Your damaged voice module. Can you tell me about the attack? So, one of the visitors didn't damage it. He programmed it? Was that a monkey? Speech 50. I know what it means to be attacked without warning. Trust me, 8. Happens all the time. Alright. No more dialogue with him. Hey, Dr. Boris.
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
Nothing. Alright, let's talk to Dara. Dala.
The teddy bear lobotomite returns. My teddy bear. How can I assist in relieving your curiosity?
Alright, that's it. Dr. O?
So is Mobius as twisted as he looked in person? Can't believe you entered the Forbidden Zone and lived. None of us can.
He's not that bad. You should go talk to him. Let's get some stim packs. Oh, overburdened. Okay, well I think we're done with these guys. Unless I find a side quest that'll bring me back here. But, yeah, I guess we convinced them that they don't need to enter the Mojave. They can stay right here and do all the science they want.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Yeah, explain the Night Stalkers.
Much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological
that's nice.
research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden.
This is ridiculous.
So that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt.
We're getting updates on the most inconsequential things here.
Carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
What about the toaster?
Switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and
You
spare
wish.
parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub.
Ah.
Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best.
Hey, he's happy.
Coffee cups. Although in his quest,
He's got all the mugs in the world.
accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy.
How'd you get to Higgs Village?
He found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches.
Oh.
Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark.
Ladies' man.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time.
I'm glad they acknowledged that I had to run through that damn place like 4 or 5 times.
Succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology.
And I threw the stealth suit in the garbage.
Retcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
That's okay.
The courier left the brain at the Big Empty. A strange thing to say, but it was the truth. Brains are less important than they may seem. When the courier's body finally passed, the brain was saddened. It kept on, remembering the vessel that had once contained it. Even at the end, when it started to fail, however, the brain resisted going into a floating chassis like the think tank. It never said why. Perhaps it was out of respect for the courier's body. All things must come to an end, and to hang on to the past is something that's not to be undertaken lightly.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the Wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one.
That's the plan.
The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
The Lonesome Road. The next DLC. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you, and you alone, between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Empty. To return to the Mojave or go back to Big Empty, simply equip the Transportal Ponder as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situations, and is totally incapable of harming your enemies. Whoa. Everyone's excited. It's party time. Well, that's old world blues. Can I still get my brain? Let's see.
Hey, trust matters are...
Oh, actually, did my brain flush himself over here? There he is.
Nice to see you back. I trust the adventuring is going well.
By the way, that was the best endgame summary of any game ever. That was great. Getting the updates on these appliances was ridiculous. Let's see. So I thought my brain was still... I thought my brain was still part of me, like I was communicating with my brain to give me an artificial brain. How are me and my brain independent now? That's weird. I want you back in my head, I think. Does my artificial brain give me a bonus? Here we go. Your brain has been replaced with advanced tech. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction and shock from bodily damage. So, yeah, I do get perks for being brainless. And my artificial spine is better. My heart is better. I don't think I want my organs back. I mean, it's my brain, I guess, but it seems to be a whole nother person. We are now two individuals, so I don't think it would be right to force it to return to my head. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep my organs. And that's that. Find the upgrades to the sink supporting AIs. Yeah, so there are still some upgrades, I think. Quite a few of them that I want to hunt down. And there's a lot more here to explore, so we're going to do that next time. So we finished the main story, but there's a lot more to explore here, so there's still more secrets to uncover. But I really enjoyed that story. So they needed my brain so they could get out of here. My brain was special because it had the bullet in it. And somehow that would... my brain's not affected by the field that surrounds this place, so they could use that to escape here. That was their plan all along. But yeah, I'll let them do their science here. As long as they stay in here, do whatever you want, have fun. I don't care. But yeah, these DLCs keep getting better and better. This was better than, even better than Honest Hearts, which I liked a lot. But Honest Hearts was very short. And definitely better than the first one. But anyway, we'll keep exploring the Big Empty next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.